because you are unbothered and don't give one about our kids.
Tense moments. Parents and board members are heated after last night's EBR school board meeting. We'll hear some of their frustration towards the superintendent.
Plus, it's Jamboree season, and we're getting ready for Kickoff Classic. Who's playing tonight and what to expect as Friday night lights are here.
And we're waking up to 80 degrees this morning in Baton Rouge, looking for those triple digits once again. We'll talk about it coming up.
So far, traffic's looking good on your early Friday morning commute. I'll have all the details.
Investigative, in-depth. This is Tune In Morning News at 6.
Good morning, South Louisiana. We're glad you could tune in on this Friday, August 25th. I'm John Pastorak.
And I'm Brandy B. Harris, along with Carla Watts and Lauren Hawkins. We made it to Friday.
Yes.
Everybody made it to Friday. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we made it to Friday.
Yep.
I tell you what, we got rain to the north of us, south of us, east and west of us yesterday. No rain at my house, but everybody else
2 days in a row, we got lucky.
It's that Baton Rouge shield, you know, right downtown.
And you can look at me crazy all you want to be. You are a part of the problem because you are unbothered and don't give one about our kids.
Lots of shock in that one. Parents are furious, to say the least, after last night's EBR school board meeting. The vote to stagger schedules to help lift some of that stress and alleviate some of the issues with the bus routes now on pause.
Packed house last night, and emotions are running high. Superintendent Cito Narcisse proposed a 3-tier schedule that would involve changing the start and end times for schools in EBR. Take a look. Tier 1 involves all high schools and secondary charters to start at 7 a.m., get out at 2:15. Tier 2 includes middle schools and some elementary schools starting at 8 a.m., ending at 3:15. And for most of the elementary schools, Tier 3 would have the latest start and end time of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Well, many residents didn't like that Tier 3.
Look at those grievances.
Yeah, very shocking statements from the public last night. The proposal comes as EBR schools is dealing with that bus driver shortage and bus driver pay issue. The school board put that vote on hold, suggesting Narcisse come up with a more permanent solution.
I think that it's another stopgap measure.
Well, you hear from school board members on the outcome of the meeting coming up in the next half hour of Tune In. We'll get their comments. Well, 5 Baton Rouge Fire Department firefighters are heading to Beauregard Parish to help put out those wildfires. The fires caused mandatory evacuations in the town of Maryville and surrounding areas. As those fires have now burned 1,000 acres, Governor John Bel Edwards announcing FEMA has approved the state's request for emergency assistance. BRFD already has some of their crew in Sabine Parish helping with their wildfires that are spreading from the hot and dry conditions.
Crews are doing good. They're tired, but we got some good guys, and they're stepping up and coming to work on their days off, and they're here to do what they're supposed to do.
Governor also reiterating calls from state officials to adhere to the statewide burn ban, saying we cannot afford to have any more fires. While state resources are being made available, firefighters on the ground are being stretched to their limits.
According to Louisiana Forestry, a fire in Tangipahoa Parish is now under control after it swept across a meet, threatening a gas station, homes, and other properties. That fire started burning around 2 in the afternoon after someone started to burn a small trash pile. People could see heavy smoke in the air as crews used trucks and bulldozers to contain that fire. News Nick Perlin was there last night. He says that at times it felt more difficult to breathe. State forestry officials say the person who started this fire will likely face misdemeanor charges. We're working to find out what those charges are. Looking ahead now, folks, TGIF. Isn't that beautiful to say? It's time to turn on the Friday night lights because high school football is back.
We are ready. Yes, tonight football jamborees are being played all across Louisiana. Tune In's Mia Monet joins us from Scotlandville, where they are ready for some football.
Ooh.
Mia, good morning. Looks like the Hornets are fired up.
Turn that sound all the way up. Those teams are fired up this morning. I can't believe it's finally Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, it's football season. Yeah, we're not talking about tossing a pigskin. How the women's soccer team did in their first game against the Longhorns, a ranked team. Tiger fans, you're going to love the final. That's coming up. Plus,
Donald Trump, now the first former or current U.S. president to have a mugshot. I'm ABC's Justin Finch with how he and his campaign are using that image coming up.
This morning on Tune In, it's a big Friday night for high school football. A rivalry that's as spicy as Gonzales Jambalaya. And we're getting you ready for it. Live this morning in Ascension.
Think pink. We are live at Baton Rouge General's annual Pink Pumpkin Patch, reminding you to protect your pumpkins. That's coming up.
And southern Louisiana is under a red flag warning tomorrow. We'll have all the details coming up.
So far, so good on the roadways, and hopefully it will stay like that. I'll have a full report in just a few.
Investigative, in-depth. This is Tune In Morning News at 6.
6 a.m. on the dot. Good morning, South Louisiana. We're glad you could tune in on this Friday, October 6th. I'm John Pasternak, along with Emma Kate Cowan and Lauren Hawkins. Our partner, Brandy B. Harris, is out at the pumpkin patch this morning.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to check in with her in just a minute, but it's a TG.
The dry conditions we've seen all summer will... Let's get a Team 2 traffic update from Lauren Hawkins.
Thanks, Emma Kate. Map's still green all the way through. Really not seeing any yellow, maybe down here, but we have another update coming up. For now, JP, back to you.
Looking good out there. Hey, Lauren, thanks for that. Well, the test results for the 23 people applying for the new BR police chief are expected to be announced today. After this, the mayor will have 60 days to name a new chief. Some of the names in the mix include current media spokesman Lieutenant L.G. McNeely, Deputy Chief Myron Daniels. The majority of applicants work in the department, but a handful of people don't. The state board will accept the scores at its meeting on October 23rd. Current Chief Murphy Paul expected to retire November 3rd. This weekend is Auctioneer and the Urban League's big health event. Pre-event takes place Saturday at the Raising Cane's River Center. This week, Auctioneer and the Urban League kicked it off, speaking on the importance of promoting health and wellness for the entire family.
Health and wellness are...
Big health event starts at 10 a.m. Saturday and goes until 4 in the afternoon. Well, we might be finishing the first week of October, but Breast Cancer Awareness Month continues all month long. Women who are 40 years and older should be scheduling a mammogram annually to help detect cancer long before you start noticing the symptoms. And although breast cancer-related deaths have decreased, nearly 288,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year. For East Baton Rouge Parish, it's ranked the second highest number of cases in the state, right behind Jefferson Parish. Well, Baton Rouge General is hosting their annual Protect Your Pumpkins campaign and the Pink Pumpkin Patch. My partner, Brandy B. Harris, is live at Baton Rouge General looking for the great pumpkin this morning, and she joins us with more. Brandy, good morning. You know, the great pumpkin is one with a great message. So have you found it yet?
Good morning, my friend JP. Yes, I have found the message, and the message is Baton Rouge General. Brandy B. Harris, WBRZ News 2.
She's searching for the great pumpkin. Hey, Brandy, thanks for that. We'll check in with you coming up in just a few minutes. Well, throw out the record books. The biggest high school football rivalry in Louisiana continues tonight. It's EA versus SA, the Spartan versus the Gators. Anything can happen, and it usually does. Tune In's Mia Monet is live in Gonzales this morning, getting the fans fired up for the big game. Mia, good morning. This is huge. So are you hearing any trash talking yet?
Good morning, JP. Now, yes, I actually am hearing some trash talk. News 2.
Come on, Gators, got to get down to Carlico Cafe and show support for your team. Lots of Spartans down there. And, hey, Carlico, Luke serves up the best breakfast in Ascension Parish. Mia's there, so get on down there and get everybody fired up. Well, don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more football previews coming up. Tiger fans are hoping for better defense this week to go up against Mizzou. Scouting report coming up. Plus,
a reversal for President Biden on his border policy. I'm Liz Landers for ABC News in Washington with what changed.
From Channel 2, this is Tune In Morning News at 6.
All right, you're taking a live look at Boulevard de Province apartments, or Village de Province apartments. You see cars are being escorted out, a huge police presence, including the Baton Rouge Police SWAT vehicle on the scene. Here's what we know. Mia Monet, our tune-in's Mia Monet is there live. We'll check in with her in a minute, but she's a very active scene, so we'll check in just a bit. But good morning. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday, August 31st. I'm Brandy B. Harris.
And I'm John Pasternak. We're saying goodbye to August with a definite September feel out there this morning. Let's get right to Keller with more. Keller, good morning. Some folks down in the 60s this morning, so the big question, how long is this going to last?
Yeah, the drier air will at least... Let's look at weather now. Over to Lauren Hawkins with a look at this morning's traffic conditions.
Thanks, Keller. And yep, slow speeds are here this morning, especially if you're heading.
All right, thanks so much, Lauren. Turning to a news alert now. Baton Rouge Police responding to an early morning shooting in the Greenwell Springs area that happened on August and Blackberry Street. We know one person was injured, and you can find those details on WBRZ.com. Well, Baton Rouge police are on the scene of a standoff in the Sherwood Forest area. Overnight, multiple residents had to be evacuated from their apartments after a person allegedly barricaded themselves inside. We, of course, are reaching out to law enforcement to understand exactly what's going on. Tune in's Mia Monet is there live with more. Mia, I know you've been talking to the residents outside. We watched that SWAT team roll in this morning. Tell us what you're learning.
Good morning. Now we officially know WBRZ News 2.
Thank you so much for that reporting, Mia. We'll check in with her on that active and breaking scene a little bit later this morning. Again, that's at Village de Province. That's south of Old Hammond Highway on Boulevard de Province. We will check in just a few minutes. But first, shoppers, there's a new grocery store opening in Central, the first ever Aldi in the greater Baton Rouge area.
That's right, and the chain is popping up all over the country now with more than 1,000 stores. And you're going to love this. They boast of having the lowest prices in town. Tunis Taylor Rubach was one of the first to check out the store. She joins us with more. Taylor, good morning.
Good morning, Central. Taylor Rubach, WBRZ News 2.
All right, thanks so much, Taylor. Well, again, we do have a breaking news situation at Village de Province. Taking a live look right there. Police have now blocked the entrance. We saw a SWAT vehicle roll in there just a while ago. A large police presence inside of this apartment complex.
Breaking news on this Thursday morning, only on TuneIn, right here on WBRZ.
After chaos in St. Helena Parish, reactions from a student who was there and the newest information. Plus, a killer in jail after a shocking crime, and we're learning he knew his victim well. We've got details on their relationship.
And we're tracking a cold front that's bringing some isolated showers and storms throughout the day today. More to come in the next few minutes.
So far, so good on the roadways, but that volume is certainly picking up. I'll have all the details.
Investigative, in-depth. This is TuneIn Morning News at 6.
This morning on TuneIn, a student is dead and 2 others recovering after a shooting at St. Helena College and Career Academy. The condition of that student is still unknown, but classes are canceled until Friday. And this morning, we'll check in with News 2's Mia Monet, who's live out in Greensburg this morning. She will be breaking down all of the information and telling us about the student that she spoke with. That's coming up in just a few minutes. But good morning. I'm Brandy B. Harris. Thank you for tuning in on this Wednesday, September 13th. Let's get a check of the forecast with Storm Station meteorologist and birthday girl, Emma Kate Cowan. Emma Kate, good morning. Where's your birthday hat? And can we expect some rain?
Hey, Randy. I left it in there at the rain, but right now we have a check of the traffic with our Team 2 traffic specialist, Lauren Hawkins.
Thank you very much, Emma Kate. Well, volume, like I said, has been picking up just a bit. No slowdowns. I'll have another update coming up. For now, back to news.
All right, thanks, Lauren. To our top story this morning, the St. Helena College and Career Academy is closed after a deadly shooting Tuesday evening. Now, one student was taken to the hospital via AirMed, as we first showed you this morning, and families are mourning the loss of another. And we're still learning about the horrible attack. TuneIn's Mia Monet joins us live from St. Helena Parish with details and reaction. Mia, good morning.
Good morning, Brandy. I'm Mia Monet, WBRZ News 2.
All right, thanks for that reporting, Mia. Well, the governor sharing his thoughts on the St. Helena shooting. He says he's offering prayers to those impacted by the violence and said he had been proud to represent the parish for 8 years in the legislature. The governor releasing a statement saying too many families forever altered by senseless violence. While we seek justice, we must continue to have serious policy discussions about how to end this plague of gun violence in Louisiana and across our country. The community also showing an outpour of support for St. Helena Parish Schools. Tangible Hope Parish Schools saying, our thoughts are with the St. Helena school community, and we send our condolences to the families that were impacted by today's events. Please lift them up as they navigate through this heartbreaking tragedy. And we'll be following this story all morning with Mia Monet in Greensburg, and any new developments we will be sure to push to your phones through the WBRZ app. Well, new details this morning in the murder of 79-year-old John Brown, who was found shot to death in his own home this weekend. Baton Rouge police have arrested his son, 30-year-old Douglas Brown. BRPD says Brown and Douglas lived together and that the murder was financially motivated. Court records also say Brown was previously arrested for attempted second-degree murder in 2021 after he shot someone 5 times. That charge was lessened to second-degree battery in 2022, to which Brown pled guilty. The judge suspended the given sentence of 10 years in prison to 3 years in probation. Well, elections are right around the corner next month, and today is the last day for in-person registration. It's also your last day to submit your information by mail. The in-person option is available at any Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles. If you miss tomorrow's deadline, don't worry. Online registration will stay open through September 23rd. More information can be found on our website, WBRZ.com. Well, coming up later on Tune In, Lyft is planning to add a new feature to make women feel safe on their trip. We'll tell you what this new feature is, plus.
I'm ABC's MWin in Washington. Speaker Kevin McCarthy is
And we're monitoring our radar and tracking those chances of isolated showers and storms this afternoon. More coming up in the next few minutes.
This morning on Tune In, U.S. military supplies are already in Israel after President Biden's response to the Hamas attacks. But without a House Speaker, there's only so much to be done to help. We'll learn more coming up next.
Plus, a proposed development in Baton Rouge could be coming out of your pockets. One council member is against the bill. What's expected at the Metro Council tonight? We've got the latest on that coming up.
And grab your umbrella. We're seeing lots of rain on the radar this morning, and we'll continue to track it coming up.
Plus, I'm going to let you know what your early Wednesday morning commute looks like with those spotty showers. I'll have all the details.
Investigative, in-depth. This is Tune In Morning News at 6.
Taking a live look at the Storm Station Tower Cam, where you're expecting to see some rain finally. And good morning, South Louisiana. We're glad you could tune in on this Wednesday, October 11th. I'm John Pester.
And I'm Brandy B. Harris, along with McKate Cowan and Lauren Hawkins. Rain.
Good morning.
It's on the menu. I had a few light sprinkles on my way to work this morning.
Yeah, same. Traveling on I-12 westbound, that Hammond area coming in. Kind of driblets, if you will.
And you already had on your raincoat when you went outside.
When I just stepped outside, it was starting to sprinkle. So we should, throughout this morning, start to see some widespread rain if you're not already seeing it right now. Here's a look. You can see the boot is looking green this morning. Those rain showers crossing all of the state, and taking a look closer to us, starting to see some of those heavier spotty showers. Now let's check on those roads with Team 2 traffic specialist Lauren Hawkins.
Thanks, Emma Kate. Things looking just fine on the roadways this morning. Now, JP, Brandy, back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Lauren. Heads up, parents. Tomorrow, all EBR schools will be moving online. There will be no in-person class. Students will be staying home for a virtual learning day. They'll be back in class Tuesday, as Friday and Monday schools will be closed for fall break.
A suspected drug dealer is in jail following a 2-week-long investigation. Ascension Parish deputies arrested 54-year-old Reggie Holland after they found heroin mixed with fentanyl along with cocaine in a gun. Holland is facing multiple charges, including possession with the intent to distribute both heroin and fentanyl. He also had warrants out for sexual battery and simple battery.
In Baton Rouge, police are searching for a woman suspected of robbing a Chase Bank on Highland Road Tuesday morning. Sources say that woman repeatedly threatened employees before demanding cash. It's unclear if she had a weapon. Investigators have not said how much money she managed to get away with.
Well, new information this morning. A woman previously convicted of aggravated rape is out on bond this morning. This comes after an appeals court overturned her conviction. Melanie Curtin had been convicted in 2021 after she was linked to a sex scandal involving former Livingston Parish Sheriff's Deputy Dennis Perkins and his then-wife, Cynthia. Last week, the First Circuit Court of Appeals tossed Curtin's conviction. The court ruled that evidence admitted into the original trial, quote, unfairly prejudiced Curtin. That evidence included videos depicting sexual acts in a dressing room, along with a photo of Curtin and an unknown man. The Attorney General's office is expected to appeal. Well, Baton Rouge politics continuing to heat up as the Metro Council gets ready to make a decision tonight on a controversial development.
That's right. And this evening, the council will choose on if taxpayers will have to pay for that new Aztec Cove development. Tune in's Mia Monet is in the studio with more. Mia, good morning. So what can we expect at tonight's meeting?
Good morning. This development deal. Reporting in the studio, Mia Monet, WBRZ News 2.
Going to be interesting to see what happens. Hey, Mia, thanks for that update. Well, changes are coming to Louisiana State Police. Yeah, today we'll learn what steps are being taken towards the agency-wide transformational reform. It's been more than a year now since Bowman Group was hired because of the fallout from the Ronald Greene cover-up. Consultant group was hired to help weed out problems in the department. We're going to hear what those changes are later today at 1 o'clock at State Police headquarters.
Well, it's Southern University's homecoming week, and everyone is invited to join the party ahead of Saturday's big game. Today at noon, there will be an Ultimate Pretty Wednesday and health fair. That'll be at the Smith Brown Memorial Student Union. And later tonight, you'll be able to see the coronation of a new Miss Southern University at 6 o'clock at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Now, these activities are free and open to the public. You can find the full list on the rest of homecoming week celebrations at subr.edu. Shout out to the Yard on this homecoming Pretty Wednesday.
I tell you what, it's one of the biggest parties of the year, and it's a great football game, but it's more than just a football game.
That's right. It's more than just a football game. And don't forget, Saturday is Election Day. All across the state, we'll be choosing on some very important contests, including the new governor. So definitely an important day, a big day going on in the capital
Election
city.
Day, homecoming, then LSU Auburn,
That's
and
right.
it's going to be beautiful. Lots of festivals and fairs going on.
That's right.
Boy, big time weekend. Well, later on, tune in. Have you ever tried stargazing during the daytime? Well, this Saturday you can. We'll explain how you can see this weekend's solar eclipse safely. Plus,
The first round of U.S. military assistance to Israel has arrived as President Biden pledges continued support for Israel's fight. I'm ABC's Justin Finch on Capitol Hill following the latest.
And we have a soggy Wednesday for you guys that could see some gusts that are up to 25 miles an hour. I have all the details coming up.
From Channel 2, this is TuneIn Morning News at 8.
Welcome to the last half hour of Tune In on WBRZ Plus. I'm Brandy B. Harris. The interstate may be seeing its normal morning delays, but once you get off at College, you're going to see much bigger problems. Tune In's Taylor Rubach is live on the scene right now. Taylor, good morning. Set the scene for us. Tell us where you are and talk to us about this electrical problem out there.
Brandy, good morning. Just as you said, we're going to be seeing a lot more problems through the early morning hours right here on College and Perkins Road. Just behind me, I know Lauren Hawkins, our Team 2 traffic specialist, is going to have much more for you guys on that whole entire traffic situation going around in the city, so I'm going to throw it to her.
Thanks, Taylor. Great job reporting. Well, heads up, drivers. As you know, big traffic story. We're going to throw it on over to Keller Watts, meteorologist.
All right, that's a look at weather.
All right, thanks so much, Keller. New this morning, today marks 2 years since Hurricane Ida hit the state. It's also your last chance to file property damage claims. After the deadline, you will not be able to file suit against your insurer for insurance claims. There will be no extension past midnight, but if a policyholder's insurance company went insolvent before the claim could be resolved, the Louisiana Insurance Guarantee Association is likely to handle that claim and be the entity that the policyholders take action against. Again, the deadline is tonight at midnight to file your insurance claim. Well, the fire is now completely out at the Marathon Petroleum Refinery in Garyville. That fire started Friday and burned throughout the weekend. It started in a containment area in a pair of tanks that store naphtha, which is a component of the production of gasoline. The fire melted portions of the metal tanks and left them charred and disfigured. Residents in a 2-mile radius of the sprawling refinery on Airline Highway were evacuated as a precaution. And looking ahead, 16 fire departments will provide equipment and lend helping hands to the Baton Rouge Fire Department while they honor their own fallen captain. 54-year-old Captain Philip Panasaro died on August 21st from cancer that was believed to have stemmed from his work. A visitation will be today from 9 to 11, followed by a funeral service at Estruma Baptist Church. And this morning, his death is just shedding light on how dangerous a firefighter's job can be. The U.S. Fire Administration says firefighters have a 9% greater risk of getting cancer and a 14% more likely to die from it compared to the general public. TuneIn's Mia Monet joins us with more on how firefighters are at a higher risk. Mia, good morning.
Now we know that there's a risk. Reporting in the studio, Mia Monet, WBRZ News 2.
All right, thanks for that reporting, Mia. When we return, a big day happening this week for the Southern University, and it's all about giving back to the institution. We have a very special interview about SU Give Day 2023 Plus.
Today, we've got the trick to making homemade Chinese food taste takeout worthy.
At home takeout. We'll see what Mr. Food is whipping up in the test kitchen. That's all coming up right here on Tune In after the break. This morning on Tune In, a massive data breach and your information may be at risk. We'll tell you how to protect yourself.
And heat on repeat in the forecast, but today we're taking it up a notch.
So far, so good on the roadways. Of course, I'll have all the details of your early Friday morning commute.
Investigative, in-depth. This is Tune In Morning News at 6.
This morning, a massive, unprecedented cyber attack hits the OMV. We expect to learn more about the damage done to the privacy of millions of Louisianians in just a few hours from now. We'll check in with TuneIn's Mia Monet after weather and traffic. She'll break down that data breach and how you can take steps to protect your information. What a start to our Friday morning. Good morning. I'm Brandy B. Harris, along with Jason Wheat and Lauren Hawkins. JP has the morning off, and TGIF. We made it to the weekend, but not without sweltering first.
Break that all down in just a bit. Let's go on ahead and take a look at your roadways with our traffic specialist, Lauren Hawkins.
Thanks, Jason. Things not so bad on the roadways this morning. I have no way because of this. I'll have another update coming up, but for now, Brandy, back to you.
Lauren, thanks so much. To a news alert, an urgent news alert this morning. Anyone with a Louisiana driver's license may be affected by an unprecedented data breach at the State Office of Motor Vehicles. This is a massively impactful story. We expect to learn more about the damage done to the privacy of millions of Louisianians in just a few hours. And one of the main questions that we'll be asking, what is the state going to do to clean up a mess that's put all of us at risk of financial harm? TuneIn's Mia Monet is live outside GOSEP, where officials will brief the public on the situation later. Mia, good morning. What are we learning about this massive break?
Good morning, Brandy. Now reporting in Baton Rouge, I'm Mia Monet, WBRZ News 2.
All right, thanks, Mia. We'll check in with you again in just a bit. GOSEP hosting a press conference this morning at 10:30. It's about 4.5 hours from now to give more information about the cyber attack and to answer some of these tough questions. Of course, we here at WBRZ will be airing that live on WBRZ Plus and on our website, WBRZ.com. And the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport is also investigating a similar cyber attack that happened Thursday. They tell us they're not sure if it was connected to the OMV breach. That attack did not affect flight operations. It only targeted the airport's administration system. An organization claiming responsibility for the attack says they would release that data that they obtained on July 29th if their ransom demands are not met. And we're reaching out to Baton Rouge Police for more information on a large police presence near Woodhaven Drive. Sources tell us officers were responding to a shooting, although we are working to confirm that information. We will update you with all new information both here and on our website, WBRZ.com. East Baton Rouge educators are very concerned if they'll still have a job after Thursday's school board meeting. They're confused on just how the board can promise an 8% raise, but be told there could be layoffs. In the latest proposed budget, more than a dozen assistant principals would be laid off, many also expressing that those raises should have never been promised. School board members say the budget still has several moving parts, but with uncertainty in the air, some educators might leave the parish.
A lot of districts around us that
the budget is scheduled to be approved in 2 weeks, but board members say it likely won't happen in time. Looking ahead to a big-time weekend happening later this evening, Summer of Hope continues with Juneteenth Unity Fest. Starting at 4 o'clock, Black and Bloom is a night filled with live music, food, art, and more. And it all kicks off the weekend of events leading up to the Juneteenth holiday. It's free to the public and will be held in downtown Galvez Plaza. We'll learn more about the festival with the organizers in the next few minutes. In the next half hour of Tune In, though, today, College World Series kicks off, and we are checking in with our Sports 2 team from way in the Midwest. Yeah, they're up in Omaha getting us ready as the Tigers take on the Vols tomorrow. We'll have the latest on the Tiger baseball team, but plus.
The Massachusetts airman accused of leaking top U.S. secrets online has been indicted and is now facing up to 60 years in prison. I'm ABC's Justin Finch with the details from Washington.
And I'll have all the details on your forecast. The heat is on repeat, and even some new details this morning, right after this break.
Tigers win, Tigers win. The LSU Tigers now the national champions of college baseball. We've got highlights, reaction, and the dog pile. From Gomaha to Tiger Town, let the celebrations begin.
Oh. Plus, the Tigers and the trophy will make their way back to Baton Rouge. How you can be a part of that big celebration. That's all coming up.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing once again those high temperatures today as of, the capital looking good. Upwards of 115 degrees heat index. We'll talk about that coming up.
And if you're driving back home from Omaha, I have everything you know for your early morning commute.
Investigative, in-depth.
A strike and an out away from a natty. 2 outs, runner at first. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! And all is right in the world. Tigers win! Tigers win! The national championship is headed back to Baton Rouge. The dog pile begins left of the mound.
Good morning and congratulations to the LSU Fighting Tigers. We're glad you could tune in on this National Championship Tuesday, June 27th. I'm John Pasternak.
And I'm Brandy B. Harris, along with Keller Watts and Lauren Hawkins. Congratulations to the purple and gold. To be quite honest, Florida did not stand a chance up there yesterday.
Thank you so much, Keller. Heads up, drivers.
All right, thanks, Lauren. Well, this morning, if you're just waking up, the LSU Tigers are bringing back the national title, and they got that 7th national championship at the College World Series on Monday night, smoking the Gators 18-4.
Yeah. Does that look cool or what? Yeah, it's the Tigers' first title since 2009 and a redemption for the loss to the Gators back in 2017 when Tigers played Florida for the title then. Now, new this morning, Sports 2's Corey Roldan shows us how the Tigers filleted those Gators.
The LSU Tigers on this incredible run. We're going to send it out to Sports 2's Michael Cobble and Matt Trent from Omaha.
Welcome back, everyone. The LSU Tigers national.
Great job, Mike and Matt in Omaha. Now, if you want to be rocking the new Champions gear, it's on sale right now. Shirts, hats, towels, all to rep the College World Series champs. All the items are roughly $30 each, and you can rock a purple tee that shows all College World Series appearances for the Tigers. Go classic with a plain tee that pairs just right with a Champions hat and towel for those hot summer days. You can get all your Champions gear at lsushop.net.
While the Tigers earned their natty, LSU fans broke a new record. 68,888 Jell-O shots. That's the number breaking a new record at Rocco's Pizza and Cantina in Omaha. LSU fans showing out and celebrating after a legendary run in the College World Series. And nobody getting it done better than Gordon himself. Yeah, Gordon McKernan, even beating Todd Graves' previous record of most Jell-O shots purchased, a whopping 8,888. That price tag at $5 a shot, well, we did the math for you, so don't hurt your head. That's more than $44,000 on just one tab. $1 also goes towards each team for a food bank in their area and for a food bank in Omaha. Wow, what a moment it was overnight.
What a moment and what a morning.
Yeah.
And Tiger fans, there's a lot of folks that probably didn't even go to sleep last night.
JP, watching the game, I didn't go to sleep. I did not get a lot of sleep. So if you see bags under my eyes or you hear me yawn, I stayed up to watch the game. But fourth or fifth inning, you could hear the crowd, LSU, LSU. At that point, it kind of felt like it was over. Well, of course, it's a Purple and Gold Tuesday. We'll be celebrating the new national champs all morning long. But we do have more news weather traffic for you on this Tuesday on Tune In. Coming up next, we're hearing more about the deal between Moscow and the leader of the Russian mercenary group. That's coming up.
Plus, we're going back to Omaha as our Sports 2 team breaks down the Tigers' road to the title. How about that image right there? An image of the national champions of college baseball. Right now, it is 5:12, and look at the Capitol, all decked out in purple and gold in honor of our LSU Fighting Tigers. We're going to keep showing you this great shot all morning long as we celebrate the Tigers and tell you when they're going to be back in Baton Rouge for the big celebration. That's all coming up this morning on Tune In. Hey, South Louisiana, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. Go Tigers!